Today's tutorial will be about one of the most lethal supports in Mobile Legends, Mathilda. Mathilda stands out for her extremely high mobility, combined with damage that is far above average for a support. Her playstyle is naturally aggressive, mainly because of her ultimate, which can completely turn a teamfight when used properly. Although she may seem simple at first glance, Mathilda has a kit full of details and mechanics that most players don't fully understand, making her gameplay more complex than it appears. Mastering these aspects is essential to unlock her full potential in matches. If you want to truly learn how to play this hero and take your gameplay to the next level, stick around until the end. In this video, I'll clearly explain how her passive works, each of her abilities, the best combos, the most effective builds, and finally, some essential tips to help you maximize your performance with this powerful support assassin in Mobile Legends. Passive. While moving, Mathilda builds up stacks, which can be seen on the indicator below. Once it reaches the maximum, her next basic attack is enhanced, dealing magic damage that scales with her magic power and total physical attack. In addition, she gains 80 movement speed, which decays over 2.5 seconds. Although the damage itself isn't very impactful, the bonus movement speed is extremely important, as it perfectly complements her kit, which is entirely focused on mobility and constant repositioning. Skill 1. When activated, Mathilda enters a state that lasts 4 seconds. During this time, she gathers wisps while moving, stacking up to 6 charges. At the end of the duration, these wisps are released toward nearby enemies, dealing magic damage based on her total magic power. You can reactivate the skill before the 4 seconds end to release the wisps early, which is often the best option to prevent enemies from escaping. An important detail is that the damage is reduced if the same target is hit by multiple wisps. The first one deals full damage, while the following ones deal 40% less, balancing the skill's overall damage. Additionally, this skill also reveals the position of enemies hit, greatly increasing its offensive and strategic value. Skill 2. Mathilda dashes in a chosen direction and creates an area around herself, gaining a shield that scales with her total magic power, along with 25% increased movement speed for 3 seconds. Allies who enter this area receive half of the shield and gain access to an extra skill called Wind Guidance. The first ally to activate it will dash quickly to Mathilda's position, and both gain the same movement speed bonus. This extra skill disappears 2 seconds after the ally leaves the area. This ability is extremely powerful because, in addition to providing protection, it allows for fast repositioning of allies, making it crucial for both engages and disengages. Ultimate. Mathilda marks an enemy with Soul Mark and begins orbiting around them for up to 3.5 seconds. During this time, wisps continuously strike nearby enemies, dealing magic damage. At the end of the ability, Mathilda dashes toward the marked target, dealing magic damage and knocking up all enemies in her path briefly. After that, the Soul Mark is transferred to the first enemy hit, and the ultimate's cooldown is reduced by 50%. During the animation, you can reactivate the skill to dash in a chosen direction, applying the same effect. It's important to note that if no enemy hero is hit, the cooldown reduction will not be applied. The Soul Mark reduces the target's movement speed by 15%, and the wisps from Skill 1 will prioritize that marked target. This means that even if multiple enemies are nearby, all wisps will focus on the marked enemy. Another key detail is that Mathilda can use her second skill during the ultimate without interrupting the animation, further increasing her survivability and creating opportunities for coordinated plays with allies. Finally, throughout the entire ultimate animation, Mathilda gains an additional shield that scales with her magic power and becomes completely immune to crowd control, making this ability extremely hard to interrupt and one of the strongest tools in her kit. Combos. Mathilda doesn't rely on complex combinations to be effective. Her kit is mainly focused on mobility and constant pressure, which favors aggressive and dynamic plays. The first combo is simple and very effective, especially in the early game. Start by activating Skill 1, then use Skill 2 to engage, apply an enhanced basic attack, and keep moving until the wisps are released. During the execution, you can reactivate Skill 1 to release the wisps earlier, which is often the best option to prevent enemies from escaping the range. The second combo follows a similar logic, but is more focused on finishing enemies. Start with Skill 1. Use Skill 2 to close the gap. Apply the enhanced basic attack, and then use your ultimate. After the animation, finish with another enhanced basic attack. In some situations, you can reactivate the ultimate before the animation ends to apply crowd control faster and secure the kill. Overall, these combos are very easy to learn. With just a few matches, you'll be able to use them naturally and efficiently in your gameplay. Build and emblems. Mathilda does have solid damage potential, but her main role in the game is to provide support and utility for her team. As mentioned earlier, both her shield and part of her damage scale with magic power, so it makes perfect sense to invest in items that enhance these attributes. Flask of the Oasis is practically a core item, as it provides magic power, increases healing effects, including shields, and also offers cooldown reduction. Everything Mathilda needs to have consistent impact in fights. Another essential item is the Enchanted Talisman, which grants high cooldown reduction, good magic power, and strong mana regeneration, allowing you to use your abilities much more frequently. Oracle is also an excellent choice, providing extra durability, cooldown reduction, and increased shield effectiveness, greatly improving your survivability and overall utility. Blood Wings is an extremely powerful late-game item, offering a large amount of magic power along with an additional shield that significantly boosts your durability in teamfights. Beyond these, there is a wide variety of items you can build depending on the situation. It all comes down to your game sense and what your team needs in each match. For emblems, the most recommended is the Support Emblem, as it greatly enhances your shields, especially in the late game. As for talents, I recommend Inspire in the first slot for cooldown reduction, Wilderness Blessing in the second for mobility, and Quantum Charge in the last slot to provide even more speed and sustain during trades. Regarding battle spells, the best options are Revitalize, Purify, and Flicker, depending on the enemy composition and your playstyle. These are some of the builds I personally use and recommend, especially for beginners. Feel free to adapt them based on your playstyle and the needs of each match. Tips to improve your gameplay. Mathilda is an extremely strong hero thanks to her high mobility and solid damage, especially in the early game. To get the most out of her kit, it's essential to stay constantly in motion, making full use of her passive and Skill 1. Use these tools to pressure lanes, create early advantages, and support your jungler, whether for aggressive plays or defending against invades. Avoid staying too long in the gold lane just babysitting your marksman while the rest of the map is under pressure. Skill 1 has decent damage early on, but it shouldn't be used only for damage. Avoid overcommitting just to land all the hits, as this can put you in dangerous situations. Use it safely for poking and for checking bushes, helping with vision control. Skill 2 is one of the strongest parts of her kit. In addition to providing shields and mobility, it allows you to reposition allies quickly, creating great opportunities for both engages and disengages. Timing is key. Use it to coordinate plays and focus squishy targets like mages and marksmen for quick and efficient picks. Her ultimate is an extremely powerful tool due to both its damage and crowd control. When combined with Skill 1, it can easily eliminate low HP targets throughout the game. However, its biggest strength is in team fights. You don't always need to wait for the full animation to maximize damage. Sometimes, re-engaging early to hit as many enemies as possible can completely turn a fight thanks to its strong crowd control. It's also excellent for disengaging or escaping dangerous situations. Finally, remember that Mathilda is a support and not as durable as a tank. Because of that, positioning is crucial, especially in the late game, where mages and marksmen can eliminate you instantly. Knowing the right moment to engage or back off can be the key to winning the game. If this kind of content is helping you, check out the playlist dedicated exclusively to tutorials. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming videos. Thank you so much for the support, and see you in the next video.